Hello, Taylor Swift. It's Zippy again, and I'm back. And I'm going to tell you about a guy right now who made me a star in 2 movies, and he wants to do even more than that to you, so maybe you should pay attention to him. And now, without further ado, here's E.C. Henry! Yay!
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, it's one way to get her started. I just wanted to say hi again, Taylor. This time will be a little more in-depth pitch. This is part of my expanded persona. I chose this because I was kind of thought I needed it as a writer, something a little flashy. You just want to jump out at people at times, spook them, but come back. Jester is kind of one of these guys that in medieval times, he used to go around and make people happy, and that's my plan, to make people happy, happy, happy. And that's kind of why I'm here, because I want to make you happy. Oop, we'll get it right. Hard to see this right. Anyway, we got it right there. That's you. Yeah, so the reason why I'm here, I wanted to get you jazzed about a couple scripts I wrote. One of them is called So Go Back and Get Her. I think I tried contacting you several times about this one. I don't know if you're interested in it or not. It's got what I call the Big Four. You're one of them. So is Edward Norton and Amy Schumer and John Hamm. And it's a romantic comedy. It's a little raunchy at times, but I think you'd love it. The character is a lot of fun. It's a lot like Andy Anderson of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I hope you're familiar with that. If you're not, you need to get out the video. Check it out. It's really, really good. Anyway, it's one of my favorite romantic comedies of all time. And I think it has the best performance by a lead by a female in a romantic comedy. So anyway, if you're not familiar with it, check it out. Even if you decide, hey, this guy's goofy, I'm not doing none of that stuff, check it out. It's a good movie, trust me. So yeah, besides that, there's another script I wrote called Kathy DuBose Conquers, or Kathy Smith. See, I got ahead of myself. Kathy Smith Conquers DuBose High School. And the reason why I'm mentioning this to you is because I actually kind of used you as my muse. So it's kind of special. I got to pretend like you were in the room when I was writing this, and it was a lot of fun for me to do. So I kind of want you to read this script for that reason, because I tried to imagine what your life would have been like, or what you and your friends were like, and I tried to, man, what would she have been like in high school? So I just gave myself some creative license and I went for it. That's kind of what we do as screenwriters and writers in general. We take a little creative license. I never want to hurt people. I don't go out to try to make you look bad or something like that. And if you decide, hey, this is BS, I don't want no part of it, I could take it out. I think I have 4 references to you in the script, and they can be taken out if it offends you. But anyway, I hope it doesn't. I hope you'll request to read it, because that's part of the reason why I'm here. Is I think that what I have for you and your friends is big. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love if I give you a script. You're gonna take it to your friends. You can take it to Ryan Reynolds. You can take it to your boyfriend, Joe Alwyn. You can take it to Abigail Anderson, your mom, your dad, your brother who's doing movies. All of this. You can make this a communal thing. Not only that, you could get people like your dancers. You could give them jobs, man. You could have them doing cool stuff. I got stuff in Go Back and Get Her that has dancers in it. And it'd be great. We can expand things out. You can get people hired and get them doing cool things. But the big thing is, do you want to do it? I can't make you take the leap. You got to take it at some point. If you want to do it. I've always seen you as the next Meg Ryan, so I was like, man, I got to get this girl involved with this. And I don't know if you ever be interested in making movies, or if you just want to make music the rest of your life, or for now, with the situation. But if you ever do want to make the jump to the movies, I got a lot. Not just those 2. I've written a bunch of other ones. There's stuff for you, like in the Commune. You could be Eve, Specimen 7, Rachel Gray. I got 3 of those. So that's like a franchise. That's like not working 1 movie, but working 3. Not like 22. I'm 22. Anyway, I got 3. EC's got 3. Yeah, he'll get it right eventually. He's just a goofy kid. Anyway, I'm kind of a goofball. I'm trying to play with this expanded persona and not take myself so seriously. It's, easy as a writer. You got to do all this stuff, man. I don't know what it's like for when you're writing songs, but most of these scripts have been like 6 to 9 to sometimes a year of my life. I just pour myself into it, and it's not just writing a first draft. And after you get the draft done, then you got to polish it, and you don't send it off to people, man. You're the people. I'm just a spec script writer, which means for my life, what I've been doing is I work a 9 to 5 job, and I come home and then I work on scripts, and it's kind of become my love. And I started writing in '93. I had an idea for an epic fantasy not series. So I started. It took me a long time to get anywhere with that, and still not published in a book form, but I mean for like a completed draft, '93 to '98. But I got there, and it's just a matter of me getting the prose strong enough to get out there, and I'm working on that. But I started screenwriting in 2001. I had an idea. My brother gave me an idea for a script. He didn't know it was a script idea. He just told me something about something that a monkey was doing in a zoo. He was throwing the monkeys were all all around like this guy.
He was in a cage and he wasn't real happy because he was in a cage. You think I would be happy if you were in a cage? I'm not happy.
He was not happy. He was in a cage. Anyway, and the zookeeper came in, and the monkeys threw poop at him, and that's the story my brother told me from was it the zoo in Chicago? I can't remember the name of it. I've been to it several times when I was a kid. That's where I grew up, in Chicago. Anyway, he gave me that idea. He just said that, and it sparked it. And I thought, you start when you're screenwriting, you're putting ideas together. Sometimes somebody will give you a little pebble idea. Throwing pebbles, whoop, whoop. Romantic pebbles, whoop, whoop, whoop. Sometimes you're throwing them. Sometimes you're throwing just idea pebbles, whoop, 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 whoop. Shit's going out, doing all kinds of stuff. So anyway, he gave me this idea, and I just went for it. He didn't really give it to me. I mean, he just said the story about the zookeeper getting beamed with poop, and I took it and I made it in a romantic comedy, and Give It Up for Chimpy is the first one I did. It was in 2001. And, I really loved that script, and, then I had other ideas, and you just start following them. That's what you do. That's what I do as a writer. I just follow my ideas, and when I think I have enough critical mass, I write a story. And I don't know, that's kind of where my heart is. I don't know where your heart is. I hope it's in a good place. I love spending, seeing what you're doing on Facebook, and every time that you do well, I'm like, yeah, she's doing good again. I'm like one of your biggest fans too. I am. I love hanging out with the Swifties, and sometimes they treat me because I'm 51. I'm going to be 52 in June, so it's kind of a little bit of an age gap there. But we're working on it. I'm working on strategies to interface with people. Interface with your fans, interface with you, interface with other people. One of the ideas I had that might work, that could be in your life in a more or your way in the music industry, because I don't have any music theory background whatsoever. So if you're expecting anything like that from me, man, you're for a long day. But what I do have was many years ago, even before I started screenwriting, I had an idea for a Christian dance ministry. Now, I'm not trying to pitch this to you as a Christian dance ministry. It's kind of stick figure stuff. What this is, remember there was one of your songs you said, I'll make the moves up as I go. I think it was Shake It Off, right? Shake it up, shake it up. Anyway, I kind of took off on that. Go, wow, man, maybe we're vibing here. I'm kind of like that too. Make the moves as I go. Because that's what I did. I made these up. My idea was, at the time, I made a bunch of them. I was working in a warehouse job, and I was bored and not much going on. Sometimes you get those jobs. Anyway, I just started writing these stick figure things. I go, man, this is kind of a dance move here, Here I am, a white guy, and even back then, I didn't have much rhythm. I gotta work on that. It's gotta work on it big time. But anyway, so what I did was I came up with all these dance moves, and my idea was before your concerts of getting the audience going. They're sitting there in line, Well, what if somebody, doesn't have to be me, in the jester outfit, heck, maybe you don't like me. Maybe you just want somebody else. You get somebody that you do like. But we give them this idea, and they have this, and they give this to the audience, and now all of a sudden, they have something to go off. Oh, I know how to dance. I got some dance moves. They're stick figures. I can follow this. Or, make stuff up. That's the idea. The big idea here is before your concerts, you give this out and you have somebody getting the crowd going. Give them a good time. What do they want to do? What do fans really want when they go to Taylor Swift concert? A, they love you. They want to just... I was there when I saw your Reputation concert a few years ago. I was really paying attention to a lot of stuff. I really wanted to see who was going there and why. And so that's what I did. I was kind of paying attention, goofing off. I was in this stuff, and a lot of people said, "Oh my God, I don't know what to make of this." They stay way clear of you. But I was respectful to them. They're there, and they're trying to have a good time. But the idea is, before your concert or maybe an intermission, so you have somebody out there, and they're not even playing your music or maybe something else, and you just get people dancing and moving around, having a good time. So that's the idea. I don't know if you'd ever go for it. It was this ministry idea was called the Diamond Mine is what I called it. The diamonds come in. That was the idea. The diamonds come in. I pitched it to 2 churches, and they weren't into it, to say the least. But that was a long, long time ago. I mean, one of the guys I pitched to was like 300 pounds. He's a youth pastor. It's like, oh shoot, this is going to be an uphill climb, and it was. The other guy I pitched it to kind of saw me as a rival. I guess we were similar at age. He had an absolute knockout for a wife. He looked a lot like you, so yeah, I was like, yeah, it's like Taylor Swift before I knew Taylor Swift, and she's a Christian and a good girl. All this stuff. Yeah, she was his wife, but anyway, this guy kind of never liked me, so it's just another uphill climb. I've had that in my life where it's just been around people. It's been kind of, you're kind of forcing it here, So I'm always looking for the good mix, and I'm still in the mix. I've written I think 25 spec scripts to date, and they're all different. I write romantic comedy is my favorite. When I'm writing a romantic comedy, I'm happy. That's when I'm the happiest. I mean, I've written a lot of dark stuff. It's just like The Commune. It's really dark. It's about aliens and technology and monsters. And I wrote Praetorium recently. It was a story about giant crabs on this planet, and these people go to thinking they're going to loot the planet to get the resources, and the inhabitants there want the ship to go back to Earth. That's the idea behind Praetorium. It's pretty cool. I mean, I can explain more to you. I don't want to go overboard because this video is already pretty long, and I just wanted to give you an idea of where I am or who I am or the goofiness in me. There's all kinds of goofiness. I'm not much of a joke teller, but I can act goofy and do stuff like that. I've kind of figured that. So anyway, I just want to give you an idea of who I am. Let you see expanded persona, just so you know if I do ever get in front of a studio head and have to pitch my idea, I want to go like this. I want to be interesting. One of the things you want to do in life, one of your big goals in life is always be interesting. Be doing something interesting, and don't be static. Don't be afraid. You got to go out there and do stuff. So, I just wanted to give you an idea of who I am. So, I am single. If I was to become part of your entourage, we'd have to work out some details, of how comfortable you felt around me and all that stuff. So, things to think about if you want to interface with me in a deeper way. I do know you have a boyfriend, so he's hot as balls too. So score! I do like Joe Alwyn. I was looking at his IMDb profile, and it looks like he's ready to burst. He's got a lot of projects in process, so that's pretty exciting. As a couple, so I'm on your team. Whatever your team is, I want to be on there in whatever capacity I can. So I think I'll end the video now. I just wanted to give you an idea of who I am and where I'm coming from, and hopefully we'll just take it from there.